Isn't it nice to know that Mother Nature can have her way with the Oregon outdoors this time of year and treat us to what we enjoy the most about spring? Clear skies and warm sunshine. Hi there, I'm Grant McComey, your host for Travel Oregon's Grant's Getaways. And this week, we take advantage of perfect conditions and enjoy some seasonal change that's underway. It's a getaway that's actually 3 destinations for the price of 1 tank of gas. Come on along as we see and learn more about Oregon's natural bursts of color. Dick Cavender calls Portland's Crystal Springs Rhododendron Garden the city's best-kept secret.
I'm constantly amazed at the number of people I run into who are plant people who don't know Crystal Springs even exists.
The garden is at its prime right now. A real riot of color has exploded across 9+ acres. Fed by natural springs that you can see bubbling up out of the ground, the garden is surrounded by water.
Something like 5,000 plants in this garden, and they're all shades of colors and all sizes of plants, and some of the foliage forms are just unbelievable.
The garden opened in 1950 through a partnership between the city and the Portland chapter of the American Rhododendron Society. It is a must-see for out-of-towners and anyone who calls Portland home. How do I learn about what's appropriate in my garden? Can I do that here?
Well, certainly take a look at our landscape and see how smaller things are fit in. Where else can you find 170 varieties of birds, 80 varieties of trees? We have all kinds of herbaceous perennials, bulbs, ferns, huge variety of plant material in this garden.
Getaway Garden number 2 is Eugene's oldest city park, Hendricks Park. It sprawls across nearly 80 acres, and within that, 15 acres are dedicated to rhodies and azaleas.
Rhododendron and Camellia Society got approval from City Council to plant a rhododendron garden up here. Some of these are the original rhododendrons. A lot of these are just over 50-year-old plants.
A small army of volunteer friends provide the labor force to keep the park in tip-top shape. Emiliani says many rare and gorgeous specimens are at their finest through May.
This is the Sherwood's orchid. It is an evergreen azalea that we have in bloom right now. We have the Queen Mary, and behind her is King George. Both of these are the scented rhododendrons that smell so good right now. They're also some of the largest flowers. They smell like candy. They smell like bubblegum candy, just about at the height of their bloom. We have a mix of native and horticultural varieties of plants. We have some white bleeding hearts right here, rhododendrons, azaleas, camellias, a lot of variety and diversity.
Finally, my all-day rhodie roundabout wraps up at garden number 3, set in the vast ag landscape of MARION County near Champoeg State Park. It's a garden where the roots are all in the family.
We enjoyed growing up here, of course, but it's become really quite magnificent over the years. It's something as a legacy for our parents and something to be shared with them.
The Cecil and Molly Smith Garden was an all-family affair when the first plantings went in the ground more than 6 decades ago, a time when everyone pitched in, including brothers Al and Sid Smith.
We helped maintain the trails. We did some weeding, and since I was the tallest person in the family, I got to do the deadheading, that is picking the old flowers off the plants because I could reach the highest.
Cecil Smith was a farmer and avid gardener who collected seeds and pollen from Europe, Japan, and even China. He was famous for the hybrid rhodies he created.
And this was the Cecil Smith hybrid, the signature rhododendron of the garden.
His garden was purchased by the Portland chapter of the American Rhododendron Society in '83. It offers you more than 500 different plants to admire. Everyone has a favorite in this woodland garden that's open to the public on weekends, like this beauty called Cameo.
It's a really big, lovely one that blooms very nicely, and it opens up to a yellow, peachy, orange, and then it ends up with a creamy yellow. Mostly that it's a woodland garden rather than a formal garden. And you're going under large trees, rhodies, azaleas, He very much wanted the plant to look good all year round.
Al and Sid Smith agree the winding trails invite you along. The color is everywhere in here, you know? You can't quite see what's around the next bend until you get to the next bend, a soul-satisfying way to round out a day's adventure.
It's here to be shared.
And here's an outdoor tip of the week. To better enjoy the Crystal Springs Rhododendron Garden in Portland, be sure to purchase one of these walking tour guides. It shows off the features of the park and also explains more about the plants that you're looking at. We have all the details, directions, and the contact information for this week's segment right here on the Travel Oregon website, so be sure to check it out. Until next week, do get out here and explore the great Oregon outdoors. Let Travel Oregon be your guide. For Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McComey.